stationary grid storage is transitioning to sodium-ion chemistry to bypass lithium resource constraints. However, this shift is fundamentally bottlenecked by the physical chemistry of the anode. Sodium ions are 34% larger than lithium ions, preventing them from intercalating into standard graphite. This physical limitation forces the use of specialized hard carbon. Global demand for hard carbon anodes is projected to expand from 1,500 metric tons in 2022 to 165,000 metric tons by 2030. This represents a compound annual growth rate of 79.8%. The resulting supply deficit will peak at 23.2% in 2025. This bottleneck is driven by the slow commissioning of high-temperature, inert atmosphere rotary kilns. Even by 2030, a persistent 12.1% structural deficit will remain due to precursor qualification delays. The hard carbon supply chain faces a fundamental material trilemma. Manufacturers must balance cost, electrochemical performance, and structural uniformity. Synthetic phenolic resins offer the highest performance, yielding 340 mAh per gram and a minimal 1.5% batch variance. However, synthetic resins carry a severe cost penalty of $6,800 per ton. Cheap biomass alternatives like coconut shells cost $1,800 per ton, but exhibit a high 14.5% batch-to-batch variance. This variance destabilizes cell matching in large-scale utility grid packs. Furthermore, low carbonization yields across all precursors compound the processing bottleneck. Yields range from 28 to 52%. This means up to 3.5 tons of raw precursor must be thermally processed to produce a single ton of battery-grade hard carbon. This yield loss mirrors Edward Aikeson's early struggles to commercialize synthetic graphite in the late 19th century. The chemical purity of the precursor directly dictates the macroeconomic viability of sodium-ion technology. First-cycle Coulombic efficiency is the primary determinant of cell-level energy density. A drop in this efficiency, from 85% to 70%, causes a 33% reduction in energy density. This performance collapse occurs because low-efficiency anodes irreversibly consume active sodium ions during the initial charge cycle. These lost ions are trapped in the solid electrolyte interphase layer, permanently reducing cell capacity. To compete with lithium iron phosphate grid storage, which delivers 160 to 180 watt-hours per kilogram, sodium-ion cells require an efficiency exceeding 85%. Achieving this threshold currently requires either expensive synthetic precursors or costly pre-sodiumation steps. The anode precursor bottleneck remains the primary barrier to scaling low-cost stationary storage.